Well, we're at the IAUG Western Connect 2010 conference, formerly known as the Wild West Conference. It's a user event for Avaya users in the Western region. And I'm with Snehal Patel, who's the Chief Executive Officer and also the founder of InteractCRM. Snehal, why did you go off and create InteractCRM?
Well, I've been in the customer service industry, for over 15 years, and I still believe that there's a lot that needs to happen in the customer service industry. Even if you look at all the technology out there today, and then you look at the customer service situation, I'm pretty sure most people feel that we don't get good customer service from most of the large companies, and I think there's a lot of opportunity to do things there and make the customer experience better. And then it's also getting more complicated for companies to cope with it, because now it's no longer just a telephone, it's multimodal. People are using cell phones, people are using email, people are text messaging, and whenever you do this, you are expecting that you will get the same level and the same type of customer service irrespective of which media you choose to communicate via. And that results in a lot of opportunity, a lot of technology that can be put in place, and it's interesting. And it's about customers, it's about making customers happy, and making businesses profitable. And I think it's a good industry to be in.
So you when you say customers, you're talking about the actual customers, people out there, and it sounds like you had a vision that you could make technology allow companies to do a better job with that.
Right. So our philosophy or our mission is to help our customers do a better job at dealing with their customers. So we are in the business of implementing contact center solutions for companies and helping them get better at customer service. And if they get better at customer service, their customer is going to be happier, they're going to buy more, and they're going to be more profitable. So that's what we try and do, and we work with Avaya very closely, because they have a pretty good set of technologies that deal with contact centers, and that's what we implement. We have products which enhance their offerings. We have products that help customers enhance the way they deliver customer service, or our customers help our customers deliver better customer service. And we consult with companies. We implement some products from Avaya. We build some of our own products which we implement ourselves. And so it's a mishmash of different technologies we try and put together. At the end of the day, it's all about finding the business problem and solving it.
You just mentioned now your some connections there with Avaya. I understand your company has very deep Avaya roots.
Right. We've been working with Avaya, since almost 2000. I used to work for a company called Quintus Corporation. We got acquired by Avaya. So I spent a good 9 years, at Quintus. Last when I left Quintus and Avaya, I was running international operations. And Quintus had a very unique product. We had a multi-channel, contact center application way back in 1999, and Avaya has taken that product. It's gone through a lot of different, I would say, changes, and it's been morphed into something different and something that has a lot more functionality than it had 10 years ago. But it's still about multimodal communication, and I think it's more relevant today than it was 10 years ago, because people are communicating in multiple ways today compared to 10 years ago. Like text messaging wasn't there 10 years ago in the US, and today text messaging is getting more and more popular as an additional mode of communication. So so that's kind of where our background is from. We started with Quintus. We were in the contact center space. Avaya bought the product. Then we started working with Avaya. We've worked with the Avaya contact center portfolio for almost a decade now. Long time. We do a lot of education on this portfolio for Avaya University. We do implementations on all these products. The Avaya, the usual product names for people who do know the names. Interaction Center, Voice Portal, Dialog Designer, Avaya AES, Avaya IQ. These are the different products that Avaya sells in the contact center domain. Right? And then we also have auxiliary products which we have built and are branded by InteractCRM as their own products, which enhance the Avaya portfolio and help fill in some plugs and make the whole contact center solution more desirable to the customer.
Are you starting to work also with the legacy Nortel customers as well?
When it comes to Nortel, right? What we do is pure software. So what we really have to worry about on the Nortel side is how do we work with the Nortel infrastructure. Okay, and with Avaya Aura and Avaya is that they're coming out with, or they have come out with. Okay, they're trying to create a layer, okay, which basically makes it easy to deal with multiple infrastructures at the back. Okay, the kind of a switch agnostic type of a solution. So, right now when we do anything in the telephony world, we talk to an Avaya switch through Avaya AES. Similarly, we should be able to talk to a CS1000 or some Nortel infrastructure through the ACE platform or through some connectors that Avaya provides. Okay, since we don't natively deal with any hardware, okay, it really doesn't make a lot of difference to us as long as we're able to send a message and communicate with Nortel infrastructure. We can still provide the same value on the front end that we're providing with an Avaya infrastructure.
Before we began, you started talking about the idea that you're getting into text messaging. Now, I would never think about text messaging in reference to many of these other technologies you're talking about.
All right.
So what's that all about?
Okay. Text messaging, is something that we actually got in because we have a lot of presence in Europe and Asia where text messaging is big.
Yeah.
It's very big. Okay.
As a business tool, not just as a...
Right, as a business tool, as a communication tool, not just teenagers, but, as, people communicating with each other, if you're late for a meeting or if you're running, an errand or something, people send text messages and it's kind of instant email, if you will, and it pops up on your phone and people, can read it quickly as versus opening an email client and trying to search through emails and stuff like that. So that works pretty well internationally, and the U.S., over the last, I would say, couple of years, is slowly and gradually, seeing an increase in text messaging, right? And so, given our roots from, Asia and Europe, okay, we've looked at text messaging as an important component or a channel into contact centers, right? Why, if your customer is calling you, if your customer is sending you email, why can't the customer send you a text message, to do business with you? Right? And so we've come up with solutions around the text messaging technology. And a good example is, we have a customer who's a large bank. They do about 20,000 calls per day. And they used to traditionally send out survey letters to their customers saying, please tell us how we're doing. Okay, so we went in there and, we built our text messaging contact center solution, into their infrastructure in such a way that right now what happens is the minute a customer hangs up the call, the contact center, it's actually an Avaya contact center, okay, initiates an outbound text message to the customer cell phone saying, can you please tell us, how we did? And the customer responds, very simply saying 1, 2, 3, or 4, and that information goes back into the call record in real time. So what you're getting now is real-time customer satisfaction and real-time agent performance metrics being collected. Right, and typically, when you talk about customer feedback, right, customer feedback is best taken, okay, when you just concluded the business. Okay,
so it's right there.
It's right there. If you send a survey letter, a month later or 3 weeks later, I've forgotten what the context was. Okay, my answers are not going to be accurate, and that is if I choose to answer, right. Even the IVR, when you hear, this thing on the IVR saying at the end of this conversation, if you'd like to, give a survey, a satisfaction survey, press 2. Okay, I don't know how many people really press 2. Once you're done with your business, you're going to hang up and move on. Nobody wants to do that. But so this is, very easy. It's asynchronous. Okay, it's almost, real-time feedback. Okay, and it's really useful. So this bank is using this method for their enterprise feedback collection efforts, and they stopped sending out mailers. So it gives them, a lot better, handle on the customer situation. It's a lot cheaper for them because they don't have to send out mailers, and it's a lot more effective. So that's just kind of one example of, using text messaging, for customer satisfaction surveys in contact centers. And then, the latest thing we've come out with is a campaign which we call Upset to Happy.
Upset to happy?
Upset to happy.
Upset to happy.
Okay, and the philosophy behind that is that when a customer is upset, okay, what does the customer do? The customer is frustrated. The customer wants to talk to somebody about it, right? If you don't give him a chance to talk to you as the vendor, okay, let's say you're my customer and you're upset with my company, okay, and as InteractCRM, if I don't give you an opportunity to talk to me reasonably quick, okay, then you know what's going to happen is you're going to get upset and you're going to talk to other people. You're going to go tell somebody else, your friends, your family, and everybody else that InteractCRM is not a good company, okay, and me as Doug, I'm really upset. This is what they did to me, right? But if I'm able to talk to you in that span of time, okay, you can vent your frustration out to me, and hopefully I can solve the problem and I can help you out. And if you look at the industry metrics, right, what they say is if you have a problem with a customer and you solve it, the likelihood of that customer buying again from you is 80%, versus if you never have a problem, the average likelihood is about 70%.
Yeah.
So this is an opportunity for me.
You go from probably losing somebody to actually gaining loyalty.
Gaining loyalty.
Yeah.
So this upset to happy solution, what it does is it gives you the option as a customer to send a text message to the call center with one word in it, upset. So you send me a text message saying upset. Okay, within 30 seconds or less, okay, that thing will pop on my agent's screen, and an outbound call will be initiated from the specialized group who deals with irate customers to your phone, okay, to your cell phone where the text message came from. So all you do is you as a company, you would just advertise to your customer saying, for any problems you have, if you're ever upset with us and our customer service, send a text message to this number, okay, saying upset. And with our solution, what happens is the minute the system receives that text message, it'll connect a live agent to the sender instantly and set up a voice call right away. And at the same time, if the customer is identifiable through his cell phone number, it'll screen pop a CRM desktop application with all the information. And hopefully, if it's tied in to your CRM systems, you'll even be able to see some history of that customer, okay, when that conversation happens. So that's kind of again using text messaging to enhance the customer experience.
When did you release this?
This product was released a couple of months ago, just a couple of months ago.
Did you release it globally, or?
It's globally. It's available globally. We're demoing it here at the show. So right now, if I send a text message, my phone will ring, okay, within 30 seconds or less. Okay, so we're doing this right now, and so we're here advertising it, and hopefully, we'll find some customers, some business partners of Avaya here who will, want to take it, and try and sell it for us. Because our distribution model is indirect.
You're indirect.
We're indirect.
So we're here at a user group show. So
right.
If I'm a user listening to this podcast, how do I find out how to buy this?
You can contact us directly. Okay, you can contact us at sales@interactcrm.com, or go to our website, which is www.interactcrm.com. Okay, and contact us, and we'll figure out how to get the product to you, how to do a proof of concept, how to do demos. Okay, we can take care of all of that stuff for you, and we'll make sure that that you have a proper channel to buy it, and we will directly work with you to service it.
Okay. Well, thank you indeed for coming by. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
Pleasure, my pleasure too. Thanks,
Have a good
Doug.
event.
Thank you so much, Doug.
Thank you.